Qué bueno. Good afternoon. Let's get started with this Finance and Audit Committee meeting. It is 11:59. We're 1 minute early. Um, Let me go ahead and take roll. Obviously, I'm here, Karina Elizondo, Present.
Mercurio Martinez,
Present.
and Adriana is out, and we have Mr. Esteban Rangel with us today.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, we'll start with number 3, the approval of a donor requested endowment matching fund.
Microphone, please.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, for the record, Rene Gonzalez with the Development Office. This is an item that we worked with different partners to create one endowment for the Logistics and Distribution Center. So it's for students that enter the Logistics and Distribution Program. And this is a partnership of 67 members, and it's a national partnership. What it is Mr. Federico Zuniga, who was the president of the National Custom Brokers Association. We got together with some other brokers and we created an endowment in his name, and we were able to get, just to give you the presence, it's the members of the endowment and through my reach and one of the members of the Custom Broker Association, Custom Brokers, the Bronzeville Custom Brokers Association, the National Custom Brokers Association, the Laredo Custom Brokers Association, and a custom broker from Maryland. And they donated 35,000, and we had told them, the more we were able to collect, the more we were able to match that program, which would make it into a $70,000 endowment. And all money from those, the interest from those funds go to a scholarship that will be given yearly to students entering the distribution and logistics trade.
That's very
Program.
good.
Madam Chair, I move that we approve.
Well, we did, this is just information. We'll
Oh.
approve it on
Okay,
tomorrow.
tomorrow, formally.
Well, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Tomorrow, the meeting is tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No, but I had heard about this, and this is really awesome, and he's very, very excited. I know that.
They actually made the presentation at an event that the Laredo
Yes.
licensed custom brokers had here at the De La Garza, where they have their meetings. And they presented the $35,000 check. And our hope is that the interest that is created from this is what we'll give out in scholarships to students that are enrolled in the Global Logistics Program.
Yeah, that's nice. FYI, I met the one from Maryland.
Oh, good.
Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and start with 4, the financial report.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the Finance and Audit Committee. For the record, Cesar Vela, VP of Finance and Administration. Included in your board packet, you received a copy of the financial report for the month of June. We'll go over some of the highlights. As of June 30th, 2025, the oh, so- I did. Am I sharing the screen now? Okay. So, as I was mentioning, you should have received a copy of the financial report included in your board packet. And we'll start over quickly with the general operating revenues. As of June 30th, the revenues totaled 84,234,132. We do have some items that are still pending. We are still pending to receive the last payment for the appropriations, and that totals 5.5 million. So currently, right now, we've received 75% of the 22.2 million that got appropriated for this fiscal year. We are pending the last payment, which totals 5.5 million. Also, we are pending to receive the fast funding. For the year, we budgeted 2.4 million. We did get an update this morning from the financial aid office. The request for the fast funding for the fall semester has already been submitted, and that totals 1,598,217. And this is for the fall semester. They're also working right now for the spring semester. So we should be receiving those funds hopefully within the next couple of days for the fall semester. Again, the request has already been submitted to draw down the funds from the coordinating board. As far as the other line items, the local tax revenue totals 45,127,335. That represents 99.5% of what we projected. We anticipate that we will again be collecting 100% this particular one line item. Um, uh, the interest revenue out of a budget of 2.5 million, we've already recognized 2.8 million, which represent 114% of what we budgeted. Again, also pending are some transfers for the both the revenue bond payment and the maintenance tax payment. We are pending to transfer out 3.5 million, and this would cover the principal and interest payment that is due at the end of the month, as well as the 3 million for the payment on the maintenance tax note, and that again also represents principal and interest. As far as expenses, for the year, the expenses total 60,226,921. That's 74% of our budget. At this point last year, we were at 74% when it came to expenditure. So we're pretty much in line and compared to last fiscal year. We don't have any major variances to report at this time. For the other funds, the Global Logistics Center, the appropriation from the state totaled 141,164. The funding has already been received. The additional amount that you see on the budget of 329,284, the difference between the 329 and the 141 represents the carry forward of the fund balance. Uh, we are, we did have some expenditures for the program. We did have a fund balance, and we're utilizing the fund balance to cover some of that equipment that was purchased. For the expenses total 197,924 through June 30th. And again, the net change to the fund balance of negative 56,760. And again, this is because we are utilizing the fund balance to purchase some of the equipment needed for the Global Logistics Center.
And just for the record, this is money that is specifically appropriated in the state budget. It was a special item that Senator Saffirini put in the state budget years ago that can only be spent on the logistics, the Global Logistics Center, only for that. And it's in the state budget every 2 years.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad, because that's a big business for us.
For auxiliary services, the revenue for the year totals 1,534,548. That's 112% of what we budgeted for the year. The expenses total $1,396,004. Right now, we have an increase to the fund balance as of June 30th of 138,544. As far as federal and state funding, the total is 32,342,462, and that totals the revenue and expenses. Again, when we talk about federal funding, the major portion of that is from the Title IV program, which is the Pell program. That totals 25.4 million for the year. In addition to that, we have SEOG and federal work study for 424,000 and 213,000. Again, these are the funds that we've received for student aid for both the fall and spring semesters.
And just for clarification, this is money that, we're just a pass-through for this money?
Right,
This
right.
is all student money that comes from the federal government directly to the students. So, but it's money that goes into the economy of our community.
Right.
Quick update on the facilities master plan phase 3. We are wrapping up the last
Wow.
3 projects. We began the fiscal year with a balance of 3.4 million. The balance as of June 30th is 372,719. We do have the Arechiga Hall that we're going through punch list items. We have the Lamar Bruni Vergara that is still, there's still some work pending there in that particular project. And the more welding lab improvements. That project has been completed, and we're just finalizing the punch list. Again, the bulk of the invoices have already been paid. We do have the final payments that are pending once all the punch list items have been completed. Again, as of June 30th, we have 372,719 left in the Facilities Master Plan Phase 3 projects. Tax collections, as of June 30th, we've collected 45,127,335 out of a tax levy of 46,246,308. That's 97.58%. Again, we budgeted 97% as part of our 2025 budget. We've reached that target. We anticipate that actually for this particular fiscal year, we'll be hitting the 98% for the year. And the last item is the general operating fund balance. As of June 30th, we have a fund balance of 41,406,314. We have 2 months of operation still pending to record. And in addition to that, we also have to account for the net pension liability and the post-benefit liabilities that are recorded at the end of the fiscal year. We are projecting to have an increase to the fund balance of approximately 10 million right now. And again, this is funding that we are hoping to utilize to address some of the deferred maintenance items that have come up in the central plant for this coming year.
Good.
And with that, that concludes the update on the financials. Any questions on any of the
Any
items?
questions? Do you have a question? That's pretty, it looks
Sorry.
good, though. Looks really good.
Yes, it looks, we're going to be closing the fiscal year again with a strong
Good.
addition to the fund
We
balance.
will end up with a positive fund balance, correct?
That is
At the
correct,
end of the
Judge.
fiscal year?
And again, we are right now at 21%, and with the anticipated addition, and the use of those funds for deferred maintenance, we still will be maintaining the 21%
Good.
in the
Very
fund
good.
balance.
Excellent. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank
Thank you. Number 6, approval for the purchase of the, I can't pronounce that, table for the Natural Science Department.
No, we're
No?
number 5. Number 5.
Five. Oh, sorry. Yeah. The
Item
quarterly
5.
investment report, May 2025. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Number 4.
Committee members,
I'm ahead of myself.
committee members, we, this afternoon, we have Ms. Jamie Hobbs from Valley View Consulting joining us via Zoom, and she will be providing an update on the May quarterly investment report. This is the report every quarter. We are required to present the report to the board for approval. So at tomorrow's board meeting, I believe this is an item that will be in consent. But again, I do have Ms. Hobbs that will be making the presentation on our behalf. Ms. Hobbs?
We can't hear you.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you. No. I don't think we can hear you, Ms. Hobbs.
Albert? No? Mm-mm.
We can't hear you. We're working on our side to see.
Cannot be heard.
Okay. No. Is the volume up? No, the volume's down. Well, that's very low. Nope. Well, you gotta love it.
While they troubleshoot, do you want to move to the next item?
Shall we move to the next item while we
Yeah,
wait?
while they
Yeah,
troubleshoot.
until they
Until they-
fix if that's okay, we can.
Yeah,
Mr. Vela?
Now, item
now
6.
we can do number 6. Cesar Vela, number 6. Let's go ahead.
Yes,
and
Board members, the next item is, we're gonna, requesting approval to purchase, an anatomage table for the Natural Science Department. The table is being purchased from Anatomage Inc. in the amount of $144,090. This is a TIPS contract. It is being purchased utilizing a TIPS contract number 230105. This table it will be used again by the Natural Sciences Department. It has the capability of again producing or exposing the students to the 5 real human cadavers in addition to animal cadavers or bodies. Um, The the purchase is being, the funding for this purchase, I'm sorry, is from the LEAPS Power Grant. It has already been included in that budget. Again, it's to request the approval to proceed with the purchase. Any
Has an
questions?
electronic
This,
capability.
this is the science department? and
Yes.
And they're gonna, for the cadavers?
Yes,
Interesting. Will it be here or at the
Yeah.
south?
here.
Here? But don't they need it at the south too?
They have,
They
the
have a
nursing
lot- they're
department
probably
already has.
Fancier ones.
Yeah.
Oh, very interesting. All right, number 7?
Yes, board members, we're asking for approval of a 3-year contract with Torres Landscaping and Inc. And this is for the landscaping and grounds maintenance at both the Fort McIntosh campus and the South Campus. The total for the 3-year contract is $950,868. That's $316,956 per year. The contract does
Right,
have,
so-
Yes.
the contract has
Yes.
an option to renew for an additional 2 years. The contract, for a maximum of 5-year contract. We did issue out a request for proposals.
Yes.
And we did have 3 companies that met the requirements apply. And again, the best value, according to the evaluation process, was Torres Landscaping. And therefore, we are making a recommendation to have the board approve a 3-year contract with Torres Landscaping for the maintenance of the grounds of both the Fort McIntosh and South campuses.
Yes.
In terms of evaluation, are you referring to the price or what other factors were taken into account?
So
So I know
the-
that the difference was only $2,000.
So the evaluation criteria, one moment, it is in the, It is in the RFP. It is based on Texas Education Code 44.031. And again, the purchase price is one of the components. The contractor's goods, the reputation of the contractor and the contractor's goods or services, the quality of the contracted services, the extent to which the services meet the district's needs, the contractor's past relationship with the district, the impact on the ability of the district to comply with laws and rules relating to historically underutilized businesses, and the total long-term cost to the district. So
Who-
again, all these components are part of the evaluation
Who
criteria.
evaluated this? Was it only one person or?
No,
different
it's a,
individuals?
it's a committee. It's a,
Composed of,
we had folks, I believe we have representation from physical plant and student services area. I don't have the list of the members, but I can provide you that, of the departments that participated in the evaluation.
because I mean,
Mr.
it's a,
Tijerina knows.
because
He
it
led-
is only a
he led the group.
$2,000 difference and that difference in companies, I mean, are they going to be able to perform in both colleges? Because I know one is way bigger than the other one in terms of the companies.
So, hi, Jose Luis Tijerina,
Right on the microphone, sir, please.
Jose Luis
Está
Tijerina,
bien chiquita la
physical
oficina.
plant. Board members, president. So the evaluation was done by my assistant directors,
Okay.
safety, the people that actually are on campus and ask for the services. When Mr. Torres has been with the college, I think, at least 5 years. He's been the current provider. Now, when they did the evaluation, we took into consideration, there was a lot of things that we felt that the other bidder did not take into consideration for all these things that Mr. Torres was going to be providing.
I
So the-
mean, we both work at the city with both vendors. So
Yeah.
I'm sure, I mean, in terms of performance, are they going to be able to perform at this
Absolutely.
capacity?
Absolutely. They have, actually, they are, if we have a storm and trees go down, they're here. We have no problems with them whatsoever.
And is this a set amount or those services are charged additionally?
We have, what we did on this past bid is we asked them to give us for the general maintenance, and then we asked them to give us a price for any emergency calls, like what are you charging per hour per individual? So if we need 2 individuals, what is it gonna be to come and cut down a branch that falls on the middle of the road? Things like that. So that was also taken into consideration.
And, ma'am, Dr. Ramirez, is there any reason why the contracts are done like for 3 years? And can we lower that number of years? I mean, 3 years to commit to a vendor when the prices are extremely competitive, why adhere to or commit ourselves to 3 with the possibility of extending 2 years?
So typically, they're done for 5. According to statute, we can go up to 5 years. And in some cases, depending on the service that we're requesting the RFP for, you can go up to 10 years. So 3 years is probably the lowest anyone will commit to, but it's less than what the state statute is really recommending. So they're recommending a 5-year contract. We do a 3-year contract with only a 2-year extension. And so the committee is based out of the entity or the department that actually uses the services. And so in this case, the recommendation from the committee came as the company, Torres Company, which is what we use now. We've had, over the course of the last 2 years, I know we've had several emergencies, and they're here. I mean, the minute that it's clear enough for them to get here, so they show up. And I'm sure that was taken into account by the team that evaluated. I was not on the evaluation committee, neither was Mr. Vela. We had nothing to do with that. That's specifically to those that actually work with the group.
Okay, well, it gives me the perception of that they were given preference just because of that relationship that they already have established with the college.
No,
I don't,
no, they, from the only, we've seen them work. They understand now what is expected of them. And so with that, we don't have to go back and train out. We went with, they were the lower bidder. If it was a difference of $1,000, $2,000, I mean, I can't help that. But I know that they already have a routine that we have, they have the expectation that we have set for them to do. Now, can somebody else do it? Absolutely. It's not a problem, but they didn't, I guess, I don't know who the second lowest was, but
Okay.
we, like I said, they got evaluated and that's the scores that came up with. I mean, that's how it ended up. And I think we have
The score
evaluation
sheet.
sheets.
Madam Chairman, may I ask
Mr.
a couple
Jaquez?
questions? A couple questions, just, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Tijerina, the people that evaluated are the people that deal with the vendor,
Every day,
correct? Every day.
every day.
So though, it wasn't somebody outside of the perimeter of, that they deal with the vendor.
No,
was
it
per-
was, student services, safety,
Mhm.
physical plant in the north, physical plant in the south.
And they've been, for the last 5 years,
They've been
have
doing-
they, no issues?
I don't know how long Torres has been here. I've only been
Well,
here a
they
year.
said 5 years, but so.
Has he been here about 5 years? About 5 years, yeah.
Okay. Any issues, Mr. Vela, that you've heard that we've had issues with them?
No, sir, as far as their service, we haven't had any complaints.
Now, when it comes down to the procurement part, I do understand what Dr. Ramirez is saying. I deal with procurement a lot, and it's not, I think we're even lowballing it at 3, because what you want to do is you want to lock in a good price. Because if material goes up or whatever,
Absolutely.
it's on them. It's not on us. This is what we procured. This is where we're at. So in a way, it's not a bad thing to procure. I mean, I think we're still lowballing it at 3. I
I
mean,
agree.
but that's fine. It was done at 3. But I do understand the process of that because you want to lock in a good price. So that's a good thing. Now, my last question is, when you did the procurement process, did you have the vendors do a walkthrough, look at our sites and do all that so they could be able to evaluate? Because I do understand what Ms. Elizondo is saying, that, some of them maybe are not familiar with our site, so they might not be putting in a real good number. But my question is, did we do that with them?
Yes.
with all of
So,
them, with all of them, right?
it was a mandatory walkthrough.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, there was 6 different vendors that showed up, 6 or 7.
3, 4, 5,
There was
6.
6 that showed up. We walked through,
The whole thing.
showed them the campus,
Both.
both
Both
campuses, south and north. So they saw what was expected, so they all bid equally. And it was mandatory that they were here. If they weren't here for the walkthrough, they weren't allowed to put a bid in.
Okay.
But not all 6 vendors submitted a proposal.
Yes.
There were 2 that did not meet, again, 1 did not show up for the mandatory walkthrough. They did submit a proposal, but because we had a mandatory walkthrough, they were not considered. And the other bid came in late, I believe. So again, they was past the deadline.
That's all right.
Any questions? Anything you want to add, Miguel?
Any other questions?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right. Should we go back? Should we go back to?
It's not ready yet.
She's not ready yet?
No? Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and go on to 8. The approval for the purchase of an air compressor for the diesel shop expansion process.
Yes, board members, we were asking for approval to
Project.
purchase an air compressor for the diesel shop expansion project. This compressor will service the new base in the expansion. of the diesel mechanic program. It includes the equipment and all the lines that will be servicing those new bays. The total for this equipment and installation of lines is $118,526.42. The funding is coming from the new initiative funds that we currently have in the 2025 budget. We are using a Texas buy board contract for this purchase. The number is 715-23. And the vendor is Petroleum Group. Again, this is a turnkey operation. They'll come in and install the equipment and the lines. The electrical component is not included, and that will be handled in-house by our physical plant department. Again, this will serve as the new base in the diesel shop expansion. The equipment was not originally part of the construction contract. It was set aside so that we could come within budget for construction. So we're utilizing the new initiative funding that we have in the 2025 budget.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
real quick question. Why wasn't this in the contract? You know,
The construct,
the construction contract?
So.
I know the answer, but why?
So we were trying to come within budget. So typically what happens is if you have specialized equipment, we work with the architect, engineers, and the contractor to determine if we get a better price by purchasing directly through the college. Because if we go through the contractor, they do not get the buy board pricing. And in addition to that, we get charged the 7% CMAR fee that they charge for the project.
So now that you're saying that they're gonna be throwing lines, why weren't the lines thrown at least that by the contractor so that you could just connect the compressor? Because my question is, so are we gonna have now
So-
pipes and holes in the new construction?
No, well, the setup is there. They just need to run the lines now. So all
So
the
contractor
work,
didn't think about a compressor being installed.
it was, again, the department, they did spec out that we were gonna need a new compressor for that area. But again,
But
the
they didn't
infrastructure,
think about putting the.
they value engineered it out.
the equipment, yes. The infrastructure, as far as where the lines are gonna be run through is there, it's just getting the equipment and the lines.
That's fine, Mr. Hernandez, just, I was just making note. But I mean, we need it, so.
Any other, yeah, we need it, definitely.
Well, we can't use the bays
I
without the
know,
compressor,
but,
so.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Number 9, the approval of the purchase of the annual license for the Respondus lockdown browser.
Yes, we are asking for approval to acquire the annual licenses for the Respondents Lockdown Browser in the amount of $53,825. This is being acquired through Epic 6 region. And again, this is the software that allows for the institution to lock down the browsers for testing for our students. It's used by both our traditional students and our dual enrolled students. And again, this is an annual license. And again, for the year that will begin August 1st, or the contract year that will begin August 1st, 2025 through July 31st, the total amount is $53,825. And this would be an institutional license.
So students would take their exams on the
Online.
computer.
Mhm.
There has to be a way for monitoring to be
Yes.
done so that there is no cheating.
Right.
And this is the lockdown browser so that they can't get into the internet or to their notes or something else. So
Yeah.
that,
Look up an answer.
right.
Got it.
So,
But it's not only used by online classes.
it's used by
It's used by
everybody.
everybody
Yes.
where the test is taken online.
Correct.
And it's, again, an annual thing. All right, number 10, the approval of the purchase of equipment for transportation technology program.
Yes, board members, we're asking for the approval of the purchase of 5 tractors, and this is for the diesel technology program. And again, this falls in line with the expansion of the diesel shop. Uh, We are getting, we went out for an RFP. We only had one response, and that was from Corpus Christi Freightliner. And their proposal came in at $265,472.02 for 5 2020 Cascadia tractors. And this, again, will be part of the expansion of the diesel shops. And the funding for this is coming out of the new initiative funds that we have for the 2025 budget. And again, we only had one response for this RFP.
Yes, sir.
Any questions on this item?
No,
Any
sir.
questions?
No.
All right, number 11, the approval for the purchase of the Illusion Journey software.
Mhm. Yes, board members, this next item is that the board approve a 5-year agreement with Illusion for the Illusion Journey software subscription in the amount of $621,684. This is an added component that will be integrated into the Banner SaaS
Right.
environment. And this will be utilized by continuing ed and adult ed for registering our students. And again, this will now integrate the component of adult ed and continuing ed into the Banner SaaS program. So it'll be that connection that was missing.
This is a new technology now?
It's a,
Within
it's a,
the-
Did it come last year, year before?
Well,
It's a new. it's
this is the
somewhat
new, this is a new module
Yeah.
for the system. It also has the capacity to do it in Spanish. And so the applicants that need to fill out an electronic application, they can do it in Spanish. They can customize it by program for adult ed and continuing ed. They can actually see through this process. So if I'm getting a certificate in forklift, I can see what the average salary I can make. They have a dashboard,
Yeah.
so the individual can actually see what is the average salary of a person with that certificate? Where are the job openings in the region? They can see what nationally, where this position falls in line as far as salary should be. And so it is a little more expensive than we had originally seen. They've done a lot more to it, but they've honored the original bid that they gave us last year, so. We just waited this long to do it.
Good.
Good. All right, number 12, the approval for the purchase of furniture for the forensic science program. This is going to be a big program.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible how many students are wanting to go into this.
I know.
A lot.
How scary.
No, it is good.
I
Mr.
mean,
Mayor?
it is. This
Yes,
is-
board members, the next item is requesting approval for the purchase of furniture in the amount of $143,481. The furniture is being purchased from Office Source LTD, and we are using the Omnia Cooperative Buying Group contracts R240114, R24014, and R24016. And this furniture includes seating and table or desks for both classrooms and labs in the Memorial Hall building. This building was part of the facilities master plan phase 2 renovations. However, during that phase, that building was not furnished because it was being used as a transitional building. So we had different departments housed during the construction process. So we didn't furnish and equip the building because we didn't know who the tenant was going to be. Now that we know that this program is going to go into that building, we are now acquiring the furniture for the classroom and lab spaces. Again, the purchase is being funded using the 2025 new initiative funding. And again, it's in the 2025 budget.
So it's located in Memorial Hall?
Mhm. That's where we're putting all Homeland
where-
Security and forensic science.
Let me ask, is there a demand for this particular program? Being forensic, that means manipulation of information. Basically, that's what it is. In order to, uh, basically, the teaching is trying to teach the students to be able to determine whether there's a fact or truth to it or not.
Mhm.
How is that, this particular program, is there a demand on
Yes,
this
sir.
program?
So originally, this request came in from the law enforcement agencies.
There
And
you are.
instead of using real certified peace officers to collect the data, this program actually started in Dallas, Texas. And they, through their community college, they created a forensic science technician. So we certify the technician, teach them how to use the cameras and equipments and the software, so that instead of taking a peace officer at, I don't know what they pay, $55 an hour, you're going to take a forensic technician who's a tech at half the price.
Wow.
And so both the entity, municipality or whatever it is, will save money, but this creates a different level of forensic. Right now, the program is partnering with our county coroner's office and using some of her equipment. And that she's been on the committee that's been advising the development of this program, as have several of the law enforcement agencies within the region, including the FBI and others. And so there is a lot of interest from the community for this type of employment, because they can pretty much go anywhere and find a job. And it's not, and it's a good paying field. It's currently not a credential of value, but I see that as one of the positions or one of the areas that will become a credential of value. The other thing is that what they're learning in this program is also stackable into the either Homeland Security or criminal justice program. And so they can go in either way.
Wow.
Very cool.
I don't, maybe,
Excellent.
there's so many of those programs on TV, forensic, that
Yeah,
I think maybe
everybody
this
wants to
is
do
why
CSI.
everybody wants to do this. The new thing. All right, the next one is number 13, the approval for a purchase table for the De La Garza boardroom.
Yes, board members, we are asking
That's
for
going to be
approval.
a long table.
It's gonna be, a
It
It
is.
look, it's right there. Look.
We're asking for approval to purchase the board table for De La Garza 101. And this is for the configuration of the boardroom for board meetings. The total is $78,535.22, and it is from Office Source Ltd. Again, utilizing a cooperative contract, NCPA GPO contract number 8089. And again, the funding for this purchase also coming from the new initiative funding. This is not just the table, but also the podium that will be used by presenters. The table itself is a custom item based on the measurements of the floor space that we have there at the De La Garza 101.
And for your information, we've already carpeted the platform where you all sit. And we're also taking into account the different organizations that our global logistic people work with and have meetings and trainings there. So it's going to serve
Yeah, it's gonna-
multiple purposes, not
Excellent.
just for the board meetings.
Right,
That's very good.
right.
Glad to hear that.
Yes,
Because the tables are very dangerous.
yes, I know.
The
And we
ones
know
we have
that.
right now.
But we need approval
I know
to,
y'all want to kill me, but not yet.
no, no, no. No, we've already carpeted to make that a little bit more safer, the
Good.
floor. And we've
Because you
also
wear high
added some
heels.
railings to help you all through the
Great.
stairs. And so this is the next phase of that. So that's, I vamos.
She shouldn't wear high heels.
Madam
You're
Chair,
talking to a lot of us.
Yes.
quick question. So with the approval of this, by when should we be expecting it?
I do not have a timeline yet. We'll get with the vendor
Vendor.
to see what that would be, but it is a custom item.
Mhm.
So I'm anticipating it'll be a couple of months before we get it in.
And all the colors and everything, you're approving it?
Yeah, done.
Okay.
We've already done that. And that's how we got the price.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the last question is, does this include a conference table for the back room or not yet?
No, sir.
This doesn't, oh,
That's the,
No, but we're working on that. We think we've located one internally that we can switch out, so.
thank you.
any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All
I
right,
believe
I think we're ready.
We're ready for
we're
the
ready.
quarterly
We're
investment report.
ready.
So let me go ahead and defer the presentation to Ms. Hobbs. Ms. Hobbs?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. I think so.
Wonderful.
Should we add a microphone to
Wait,
that?
maybe,
Item 14.
No, actually, we're gonna go back to item.
no, we're gonna go back to the advisor,
Oh,
the
okay.
financial advisor.
It's not
Back over
working.
here.
Can you hear us now? Yes.
I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, a little
That's
bit
fine.
better.
Okay, wonderful. And you have the quarterly report included in your packet, or would you like for me to share that?
This is item 5.
Number 5,
Yes,
yes.
sir. I think if you shared it, it probably would be best.
Okay. I can do that. Can everyone see that okay?
There it is. Yes.
Can you see the reports?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll be presenting the May 31st quarterly investment report. As of the end of May, the portfolio was $145,688,732. That was a decrease from the February quarter of about $12.2 million, which is very typical for this period. This is one of your spend down periods from the height of receiving funds into the portfolio. The average quarterly yield was 3.85, very close to last quarter, which was 3.84, so very consistent over the last 2 quarters. Quarterly interest income for the period was $1.46 million, bringing your year-to-date interest income to $4.067 million. So a good tally on interest income to date. As far as an economic overview, right now everything in the market is very topic driven on interest rates and inflation, and then tariffs. So we're continuing to monitor that. There's talks are underway right now with tariffs. We know that that will affect the inflationary numbers and the cost of goods as we're moving forward. This week, the FOMC is actually meeting today and tomorrow. They are expected to hold the federal fund rate at 4.25 to 4.5 as far as market expectations. We'll get that answer tomorrow when they announce at 1 o'clock. As far as for the remainder of the year, the expectation by the market is that we should probably see 1 to 2 interest rate basis point drops of 25 basis points. So potentially 25 basis points decrease to the rates in September, October time period at one of those 2 meetings, and then again another 25 basis point drop at either the December or January meeting. That's what the market's anticipating right now. Based on the Federal Open Market Committee's projections that they sent out in June, they were projecting probably 1. So we'll monitor that as it's moving forward and continue to watch that, because any drop in the rates will affect your portfolio. Any cash and overnight rates, it'll affect those immediately, and then it'll also affect new investments as banks transition their rates to meet with what those new target ranges are. In looking at your investment holdings, you had $97.9 million in what we would call cash and cash equivalent funds. That's with your Falcon Bank depository agreement, and then a couple of money markets with PNC, and then as well with your local government investment pools through Texas Fit and then Lone Star. So those are funds that are immediately available for use for the college. As far as that second section that you'll see there on the page, you had $47.7 million of CDs that are laddered out over the next 12 months. Those are laddered out to try to pick up some of the yield curve and also to try to hedge against those interest rate drops that we anticipate, so that you can hold the yields for the time period through maturity of those CDs. The next page is just a breakdown of the portfolio. You're currently about 67% in pools and cash equivalents and about 33% in CDs. As far as the distribution by maturity, again, you'll see the cash portion here at the 1 day mark, and then the laddered CDs out to 1 year. And then again, just a little snapshot of the portfolio throughout the last 2 years. You'll see that trend of high mark in February and then pay down back to the next February. This page is the book and market value comparison. Since you have just banking relationships and no outside securities with US Treasuries or anything, your book value and your market value will be the same. So there's no adjustment for market value. So what you'll see, this shows the increases and decreases between each investment. You'll see spin down out of the Falcon Bank account. You'll see the 2 CDs that matured in April and May. And then some of those funds were taken and 2 new CDs were purchased out, a $12 million CD with Southside Bank and a $5 million CD with Texas Bank and Trust, for a total again of that $12.2 million decrease for the quarter. And then these last 2 pages, this is something that's required by the Public Funds Investment Act, is that we show a breakdown of your investments between the different fund groups that you maintain. So your operating funds, your restricted funds, your construction funds, etc. So you'll see how those break down over from the May quarter and then the previous quarter in February. Are there any questions?
No.
If I may ask, how do you feel about the immediate future? I am aware that obviously the US dollar is down, but how do you feel we might be able to forecast, at least for this coming fiscal year?
Okay, I think I heard what you're asking. I believe as far as for this next fiscal year, just based on market conditions and expectations from all of the things that we're seeing right now, like I said, with tariffs, with the interest rate expectations, I think budgeting in an expectation of lower rates over the next 12 months is probably something to consider. There's been a big push from the administration. They want to see lower rates, not only for debt payments for the US government, but also just for the US consumer. So as far as for the college in particular, I would say that looking to see a decrease in yields and rates would be something to put into your forecasting and planning.
Obviously, that probably is to be anticipated, correct?
Yes, sir. To anticipate that we would see lower rates over the next 12 months.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Okay. Thank you very much for your time
No.
today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go on to 14. The approval of the Argo software license agreement and maintenance extension.
Good afternoon, members of the Finance and Audit Committee. Albert Chavez, Associate VP of Information Technology. For this particular item, we're requesting an approval for a 3-year extension for the licensing and support agreement of our existing Argos reporting tool in the total amount for the 3 years of 107,368. The Argos reporting tool is used to generate reports from Banner. This tool has been used at the campus since 2014. We are investigating other avenues for the future, but right now the majority of our reports are in this solution. So right now, for the next renewal, which will be on December 1st of 2025, the annual renewal will be 34,395. There's a table on the agenda with the remaining
Right.
2 years. After this third extension, because this was purchased again in 2014, this is the third extension that has been done to the license to support agreement. After this one is over, it'll become an annual year-to-year renewal for the college. Again, this is budgeted in the IT department account under management information systems. And this is a direct purchase through through eVisions, which is the company that makes the software.
Any questions? Go ahead.
I just want to say that I'm very proud of you and I'm very grateful for everything you have done for the college. Like I have seen since you started here, it's amazing like how much technology you have implemented into our campus. Just
Thank
like-
you. Thank you. And to give you a little bit of feedback, I mean, this is a team effort, not just the IT department, it's the whole college.
Mhm.
I'm going back to school this fall, and the school that I selected to go back to school is actually in the process of transitioning to SAS. But if you see their systems today, I mean, it's like in the dark ages, like it was here. So they're going to go through the transition again, just logging in to register. It looks the way it did before here at this college. So, I mean, it's a huge transition for the students. I mean, they deserve the best. So I know it's been a team effort to get everything up to standard for students or for our employees.
Thank you, I appreciate
Thank
it
you.
and we see it.
We're not
Thank you.
finished.
I know
Yes.
you're probably the most expensive person in the room.
Yes, and the other item, just
But
wait
it's
until
worth
you,
it.
just wait
Yes.
until you, if I may add, just wait until you see the other product that Mr. Rivera presented. That particular product, again, is being initially purchased for adult and continuing education to help streamline that process. But that tool can do a whole lot more than that. So for example, if you're gonna take Anatomy 101, you can go in there and it'll tell you what skills you will actually learn from
Amazing.
taking that
Wow.
course. So
That's
it's not
really
just for, I mean, initially, that product was
what it
created for adult and continuing education, but through the use of AI, they have expanded that product to allow you to
For
use it for
everybody.
all your courses at the campus. So it's a curriculum management system. So you can go in there and say Anatomy 101, and they'll tell you what skills you're going to learn that
Thank
can be
you.
applied to the workforce.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, the last one, number 15, the approval of the Laredo College Police Dispatch Consoles. And we may discuss this in closed session.
There actually won't be a need to discuss in closed session.
There won't be?
Eso, Mr.
So, just to give you a little background, in July of 2022, we brought to the board a package of upgrades for campus police. That
Right.
included weapons, shields, about $90,000 worth of protective equipment for our police officers. It also included, what's the other? Radios, a new radio system that completely upgraded what we had before. In that package, we also had a new dispatch console. Our dispatch console is outdated, needed a new upgrade. And at that time, we thought we were pretty close to getting one, but you know, as things happen, we looked into the possibility of getting one donated. We looked into some other, the price tag on that was $110,699. I just looked it up. So it was a big price tag on that dispatch console. So we looked into possibly getting something donated. We looked into possibly working some things out. But, and I know it's been some time, but I think we're now ready to just go ahead and move forward the purchase with a couple of good news things, right?
So we, thanks to Chief, we were able to get two dispatch calls, right? The price of one was $137,000, and the second one came out to 22,000. Right?
Wow.
Now, the good news there is that because we're working with Operation Stone Garden and not Operation Lone Star, they're gonna we're gonna pay the bulk of that with that grant. So of the two consoles, $137,000 are coming out of the grant, and the remaining 22,000 is what we're gonna use out of the fund balance. And we had asked for originally, we had asked for 110, we're only gonna use 22. Right, and that's what we're asking the board to approve. I don't know, Chief, if you want to add any details on the image corridor. So-
Thank you for your guys' hard work. But I think we shouldn't rely on donations. Like, our police department should be our priority, and I appreciate everything that y'all do, but I just want y'all to know that we're here to support you, especially because you put your lives on the line every day for our students and every employee at Laredo College. So personally speaking, safety is not negotiated. So we're here to support you. I mean, it's only 20,000, but if y'all need more
Well,
before the.
Well, I
Before
do,
the-
I would like to point out that through the governor's budgeting for security, we've been able, Chief and Gabe Lozano and Dr. Dave have applied for numerous grants that are strictly for institutions of higher ed and for our security purposes, and they've been so thorough and very good to be on the ball there and keeping up with all of that they've done a really good job. And we've been able to upgrade a whole lot in that department. There are some things that we're still working on and working through, and hopefully for this year, we'll be able to continue to do that. There is a bill that was passed in this last legislative session, adding another $5 billion to campus security for K-12, and there is going to be a line item in there for higher ed that we're going to continue to try to maximize on. And so hopefully we'll start to get the request for proposals from us to the governor's office for that kind of equipment and to continue to make that better. We too appreciate all they've done, and so I think it's, again, another team effort. The team has really come together at the police department. They're doing a great job.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Arrazola. Thank you, Chief.
Any questions? That's it? Well, anybody want a motion to?
I'd like to motion to adjourn.
I'll second it. Thank you.
I second that motion.
Yeah. Yeah. See how nice?
We stand adjourned.